It's a beauty.
All right, guys. Sorry, I was on the laser. I'm trying to get some grips to laser out. We are looking at a piece of steel. It may or may not be on a pew-pew, and that's why we're looking at it under the microscope right now, guys. Specifically, like 13x. Now we can get started. I'm not going to engrave too long, but I will answer a few questions on engraving itself. This is under a microscope, so bear with me. So that last design that I drew on, I kind of screwed it up. It's supposed to be out this way. I saw how flat my scroll was once I got started. Larry Jackson, I appreciate your interest. I actually don't do any more private commissions. I just like to do art, and I auction some of these pieces off eventually. All right, guys, so I actually can't zoom out. I can't show you the full piece because YouTube policy does not allow me to. So if that gives you any idea of what I'm working on right now. I can give you the zoomed up look because right now it's just a piece of steel. But if we come out of it, I'll go to YouTube jail. I don't want to go to YouTube jail. What's crazy is you can't even talk about it on here. So, for you know, for the sake of maintaining good standing with YouTube, this is an art piece. If you go on my shorts, you can see which art piece this one is. Said art piece is made out of steel. It's a Colt. That I can say. This is Colt. Appreciate you guys looking at the shorts and stuff. Thank you, thank you. It is fairly soft metal. This is going to be just a carbon steel, like a high carbon steel. This was a blued piece of steel. It is now not blued, obviously. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you for subbing. Valkyrie, I've been doing it for a little over 2 years. I originally was doing laser work, and then I figured that it didn't tickle my fancy as good as I'd like, so I went into hand engraving instead. Like, there's just, I'm gonna tell you right now, laser, I mean, I have a laser literally going right now. Because I also do hybrid engraving at times, which it takes care of like the background work, which I hate background work, I really do. But the engraving portion I love. But these two pieces that I'm finishing up were all hand engraving. Luis Estrada, GRS. Go to GRS or just, learn it from me here. Valkyrie, thank you. Andy, thank you for joining us. Moha. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the Persian and the Middle Eastern countries had a lot of, like, in Indian countries were some of the original engravers. I don't know where it came from originally, but I mean, it's been around for centuries. So I've got a laser engraved piece right here. That way you guys can kind of see the difference. So I'm going to show you this is like the stuff that I've been engraving, and this is what the laser does right here. So you can see the difference in the cuts and how engravings differ. And that's why I love hand cut engravings versus laser engravings like these right here. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Let's keep going on this engraving. I'm just trying to finish this side up tonight. It's freaking super late. Pretty sure I have insomnia at this point. I drank my green Bloom drink tonight, and I like to mix my green Bloom drink with personally I mix it with creatine. I don't know if you guys do that at all. But apparently creatine has a good effect on sleep deprived individuals for energy, and I feel pretty energized, honestly, for it being 3 a.m. here where I live. Carmen Murray, I mean, I beg to disagree on that one. I've looked at the studies. I mean, I'm not going to even brag, I guess, because everybody's a nutrition guru, but I went to school for nutrition originally. Not that I use it now anymore. But the way the body filters out creatine, you'd be more inclined to think that it would be harder on the kidneys if you're not hydrated. And that's going to be most substances in your body. If you're not hydrated, it's going to be rough on your kidneys. I mean, and that's just a given. That's not just creatine specific. I mean, it could be any other substance nutritionally. But anyways, yeah, back to the art portion. Appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. I know it's late. I know I'm tuning in with some people from the other side of the world, which is awesome. Appreciate you guys tuning in. That's why sometimes I like to do these, just to reach more people on my lives from around the world. Continue this art. Carry? Not really. I mean, you'll retain some water. But that's just water weight. It's not really bulk weight. Muscle wise, I mean, as far as like how creatine works, it's through the ATP cascade for energy. But really, why you want to take it nowadays, from what some of the studies are showing, is its cognitive effects once the excess has been, because your muscles are going to take up most of it. But once the muscles have taken it up, there's an excess, and some of the studies are showing that it enhances cognitive function, and that's what I want it for, is just to stay awake, not feel tired. But that's just me watching that Diary of a CEO. I don't know if anybody else watches that show or that YouTube channel. I was just watching it. You know, back in the day when I was taking creatine as a teenager, I remember when I was taking it, I was being told that I was a cheater and that I was taking steroids. And it was actually really funny that people thought, you know, what they thought of creatine was that it was steroids back in the day. It's just this weird time and place and era. That people were like, oh, you're cheating. Man, that wasn't cheating. It didn't do jack squat for me, honestly. Retrocycle work. Sorry, man. I'm under the microscope. So what you guys are seeing, I can't. You guys are seeing what I'm seeing. So I'm not looking at my camera or my phone or anything like that. So I apologize. I try to get to your guys' questions as best I can. But this is a piece of steel that I can't zoom out on because I want to stick within YouTube policy. If I show you the full piece, I will be violating YouTube's policy, and I don't want to do that. So if you guys want to see the full art piece, head on over to my shorts and you guys can see the full thing. Aside from that, I like to focus on the engraving. This type of engraving is really attractive on jewelry. You can use this. You can use this on a lot of different types of metal pieces. And what you guys are seeing flaking up is not like dirt or grime or anything like that. It's actually varnish. So this actually scrapes off. This is all varnish, and I have the varnish on there because it makes it easier to draw with pencil or pen onto polished metal. Because this is polished metal underneath. All right, let me go ahead and answer a few questions. Manuel, triste is fake. I mean, you got two languages there, my boy. You got sad is fake. So triste que no es farsa. And no, it's not sad because it's not fake. I mean, Fragilis is awesome. Fragilicious is awesome. Hack Rat, because I already went to YouTube jail twice actually. Dr. Thick, it can be. The biggest thing is to learn how to draw it, learn scroll work, and design. The Flint guy. So look at the other live that I just put out tonight. You can use, there's so many tools, guys. I mean, I use the Steve Lindsay Air Graver Classic. I also have the GRS Graver Mach AT. I have chasing hammers. I have chasers. You know, if you guys want to learn the OG way, I'd say look up chasing and chasing hammers. And you guys can look start that way. That's the cheapest route. If you guys want to spend big money, then yeah, go look at GRS systems, go look at Steve Lindsay systems. And when I mean big money, I mean like it's not exorbitant, but it's a good amount. Just expect to, you know, when you're first getting into it, if you're looking to really go all out, guys, and want the power tool that I've got here, you're going to be paying a few $1,000s, no doubt. Even more if you're in Europe. It just costs a lot more to get the products apparently over there, which sucks for you guys. I'm sorry. But yeah, don't let that discourage you. Chasing hammers and a chaser. I mean, in all honesty, you could get a nail and a hammer and engrave if you know how to sharpen the nail. So I've seen people, there's a master engraver that does it with just nails. Gets high carbon steel or stainless steel nails, and he just goes about cutting and creating some beautiful pieces. Dr. Thick, no, don't use a rotary tool, man. Rotary tools do not look good. There's a time and place for rotary tools, but it is not for engraving like this. Rotary tools, you know, they're great for beveling. They're great for some background work. Like if I was going to take out the background on, like right here, if I was taking out all this background and I took it out with my chisel first and then I wanted to go through with like a rotary, yeah, I could do that. But for engraving, it does not look good. It just doesn't create the same geometry. Like I said, chasing hammer and a chaser. Chasing hammer and a graver. If you can learn it that way, man, you are going to be years ahead of your competition. You'll be years ahead of me, honestly. I'm still not great at chasing and hammer chasing. But yeah, if you're thinking about rotary tool, I'm going to tell you right now, it's not going to look good. I can tell you why I know this is because I was dumb and I did it. And no, it does not work good. Honestly, guys, though, the best way to get started, though, is understanding design. Learn how to draw it, learn how to design it, work with programs on your iPad, on your computers. If you understand the design, you can actually pay for your equipment doing that. Because people go on Etsy and they'll post their designs and people buy them because there's a lot of laser engravers out there that have no clue what they're doing when it comes to art. So if you can learn the art, you can still make money, even if you're not engraving. Cutting and stuff, doing like this, it doesn't take very much skill. It's understanding the design that takes skill. And this is a long-term art. Six, seven slammer. I mean, say that. I'm going to tell you right now. I thought the same thing, and then I looked at my designs now that I did even 2 years ago, a year ago, and basically I think of myself as an idiot for ever even saying those words. Because the thing is, when you get into a field, you just don't know what you don't know. And so we go into something thinking we're doing great. And hey, that's awesome to have that feel good, be that confident. But the art portion for scroll design is actually complicated. All right, guys. I think I'm going to call it a night. All right, guys. Sorry. We're going to go and we're going to end the night tonight. I do have another piece of work that I was doing earlier. If you didn't tune in, I'm working on the Warhammer. So let me go ahead and show you what we've got going there. It's going to take me a second. Hope you guys didn't see my nose hairs. All right, we're just going and we're gonna take this off. There we go. We are set. This is called the Warhammer. And this is what I was trying to do. I did it earlier, but as you can see, it tore through when I was doing the wet forming. So this is the wet form that I've got on the Warhammer. We engraved that by hand. It's now pressed in. And I'm just gonna let it dry out here tonight. And then tomorrow we'll go ahead and cut it. We'll get it sewn so it forms to it, and then we're set. Put a couple buttons up here, maybe laser something nice on there. I could like tool it, but I don't want to tool it. This is just a simple sleeve that we want to be done with. But yeah, so we did this Warhammer. A couple, like if you guys look up the. So yeah, I'm gonna set it back so it actually forms good, dries for the night. That's one project we've got going. I'm gonna go ahead and put my glasses on because I can't look at what we've got going on here. So we've got this, which is just laser engraving, and then we're gonna go through with hand engraving and hybrid engrave that. So, all right, guys. Well, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you again. Until next time, continue to create some beautiful art. Theo Lalo's out. Peace.